Hello, it's Nikki. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Today I want to share something with you that I have done in my own life a lot. And my intention, as the great Oprah says, is for this to unlock something for you as well. So this is happening a lot at the moment. Clients are coming to me when we are having sessions together, or I'm receiving inquiries, or it comes up a lot when I do speaking events where I open up the floor. And this question often comes up with little eye contact and a slight change of body language, because there's a vulnerability to this question. And the question is, what do I do next? Because nothing is working. And there may be moments in your business or your life where you feel like you're doing all the things and putting in all the time and the effort, but you're not getting back what you need. Whether that is the numbers or the money or the inquiries or the sense of fulfillment, whatever it might be, whatever your version of success in that is. And that can be a really frustrating place to be. And also to ask for help around that can bring up vulnerability, not only in that moment, but it can also go back and high five when it's shown up before. So I have to really watch this, because I'm an empath, and because if stuff comes up, maybe this has been part of being an actor as well, I'm very good at emotional memory. I'm very good at recording and recalling senses and how I felt at the time. And I can very easily unlock that for myself. Actually, I'm just really having this dawning moment as I'm speaking to you. But when I've had to do very intense characters, of course, I've had the script and I've had the actor and maybe somebody I'm working with to be able to unlock that. But I've also used a lot of my own experience as well to tap into and work with. And so what can happen in that state of vulnerability is my brain goes into a sense of, we've seen this before. Let's show you where else we've seen it. Here we go. Let's bring up this. And it's almost, they're like rubbing their hands with glee, like, let's bring up this from 1998. Oh, I've got something from 2005. And what happens is all of that stuff, not only does it feel heavy, but it layers with all that other stuff that has happened previously. And so when nothing is working, first and foremost, I want to say you are not alone. And most people who watch and listen to this will have been in exactly the same position as you of having all of those feelings. Because quite frankly, if you are in the game of life and business, as in being conscious, being present, trying to do the right thing, it will not probably all be a bed of roses the whole time and easy peasy. If you are somebody who does or is willing, I guess, to explore challenge, you will find those things. But on the other side of that, coming out and going, oh gosh, okay, I can see how the dots all join together, you then get the reward. But instead of me saying, and this is something that, again, I use with clients or I speak about in speaking gigs, is instead of suggesting, right, you should try this, or have you been on TikTok, or maybe you need to change your brand colors or whatever, I will also, and I was always asked this question back, what's working in other areas of your life? What's working? And this can be a very small thing, as in, well, I've really been trying to have breakfast in the morning. I've been trying to have breakfast in the morning and I'm doing it. And I never used to eat breakfast in the morning, but it is making my morning feel better and more productive. Or maybe somebody will say, well, I've been trying to go to bed a bit earlier and I've been sleeping a bit better, or, we've been away, or we went out somewhere new for lunch at the weekend, whatever it might be. There's all that sort of stuff of what is working with life. So instead of giving all your power away to a new thing, a new trend, a new hack, which you have no control of, or I guess no guarantee or familiarity with whether it's going to work or not, Instead, you can go back to yourself and look at what's working in your life, because there could be tips or tricks that you could borrow and add to your business. For example, there will be things that you do in your life that get the attention of other people. You may not even know this, but somebody might be looking in and going, wow, how does she do that? How is that? Gosh, she just makes that look so easy. I always think there are people who are excellent at organizing hen do's, for example. To me, it absolutely fills me with dread. Like, I don't want to organize that many people and have that responsibility of making sure everybody gets on a flight. No. But can I put together a kids' party where I just make all the food and then put it out? Absolutely. Can I be relied upon to speak to somebody's nana at a wedding because they're a bit tricky? Absolutely, I can. So I want you to look at the areas in your life, and I'm going to give you a few suggestions here. So maybe you are somebody that has a really great visual eye. You might be looking at decorating a room, and putting together a Pinterest mood board might be the easiest, most enjoyable thing for you. So if that's the case, if you are a visual person, create something like that for your business. Allow that artistic flair to come into play so you really connect with your brand and your business again, and really spend some time with there. For example, you might be somebody who's really great at planning. So like I mentioned, planning hen do's or a holiday away or getting together with pals. Really go back and think, how can I build a task list for my business? How can I really automate things and organize things once again? What do I need? Where do I need additional support? Equally, you might be somebody that works better when you are reminded of things. So I quite often, we have a shared calendar as a couple that has everything in, from work dates to kids to childcare to all of these sorts of things. And for us, a shared calendar really works. And then I've gone one step further of getting a reminder in place. So if my kid needs to take something for school, I get a 8 o'clock reminder of like, it's forest school today. And also we have it by the front door as well. We made a little thing. So it's those sorts of things. That again, going into business, I like to have notifications on my phone, like check your bank balance, or above my desk here, you know, putting up a picture of what I'm working towards or coming back to my vision, all of these things. So I want you to use what you have available to you and make it work in terms of your life. There's one thing that I started also that I'm going to share with you, and I'm going to invite you to come and do one as well. So in 2015, my partner and I had my first baby in 2015, and we came up with something called a BM, which was a baby meeting. And throughout pregnancy, there are a lot of appointments, there are a lot of decisions that you need to make, from deciding what hospital you need, or, making a decision on what buggy we were going to get, or sitting down and writing a birth plan, all these sorts of things. And I very quickly realized in pregnancy that I couldn't take on too much at once. And I also couldn't take on the information when I was doing other things. So we would put these BMs in the diary where between 7 and 8, that was probably a bit late, between 4 and 5, we would sit down and we would go through everything, and we would make decisions on that. And that process really works for us, because otherwise we're here, there, and everywhere. We also did it when we had to decide on a school for our son. So it was about researching and going, how long is this going to take? And then actually getting to the point where it's like, right, let's submit the form, and that's done. And I've really noticed I need to do this in my business, because otherwise I get stuck. I get stuck in my business and I'm not moving out of it. And in order to make progress and make jumps, I guess, and progress, I need to have that bird's eye view where I'm not doing anything else, where I'm solely focusing on, for the next hour and a half, I'm doing this, this, and this. Also, I can tell myself, I'm going to need a week to myself to do this, to go into planning mode. With 2 small children at home at the moment, I do not have that option. So I have to work with what I've got. So an hour and a half sometimes is all I have available. And so I've got to make that work for me. Here's what I want to get to. I want to invite you to my brand new monthly meeting, which is going to be on the Monday that's closest to the beginning of the month, every single month for the next 6 months. And we're going to be starting on November the 1st. And it's going to be an hour and a half, an hour of me coaching and taking you through some questions, a framework, some things to consider. And then we're going to have 30 minutes of accountability, of you asking questions, of you maybe just saying something out loud like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I find this a lot with clients where sometimes they'll just leave me a WhatsApp message and they're like, I'm just putting it here. I'm just putting it here just to let you know I am doing the thing. Because there's something about actively making a decision and being in it. Because what can happen is you're pulled in all kinds of different directions. So if you would like some support, some clarity, some time which is actually for you, even if you do nothing else for the rest of the month in terms of business development or life development, come on over on the 1st of November and you can just sign up for one if you just need a bit of a boost, or if you want to have a bit of a longer term commitment, you can book for 3 or for 6. And so no matter what happens, as I just mentioned, you know that every single month you've got that time, just 90 minutes on your business and your life. And I've called it your business, your life, and your big and small dreams, because there will always be somebody or someone that needs you. And so this time is absolutely for you. I'm going to leave the details down in the description box. I would love you to check it out. It's £12.50 per ticket. And there are discounts if you book 3 or 6, but it's totally your call. It will also be recorded, so you can check in with it, even if you need to do it a couple of days later. That is absolutely for you. And each time I'm just holding that space and that recording for that group. So don't worry, you can share stuff, you can ask questions, and it's not going to go out or be resold as something else. So that's what I want to leave you with today. I want you to ask yourself, what's working? What can I borrow from everyday things that are happening? Because there will be things that are going well. I'm going to be using this for consistency. Consistency is something that I really want to keep building on. Sometimes because of other circumstances in my life, I can go a bit, and then I go like I'm on Instagram all the time, and then I disappear. I'm looking for that consistency in my life. So therefore, I look at other things that are working really well in my life. I consistently, in fact, every single day without fail, have breakfast. I brush my teeth, I shower and wash my hair. I make sure my children are fed and taken care of. I put them to bed every day. There's so many things as well. So I'm looking at what's happening in other areas and going, how can I borrow that? How can I use that? How can that inform where I go next? So I hope that's been useful today. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Do book your ticket for the monthly meeting. The first one is the 1st of November. It's in the evening from 7:15. It's on Zoom. Anything else I can tell you? Probably not. But yeah, I would love to see you there. I'd love to support you, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.